rising consciousness and the Great Awakening, as people are calling it. And I'm here to bring my love and my insight towards that evolution. You know, it used to be that we had kings who claimed divine right, and people bowed to them because they had the military might to protect, and if there was an invading army, then people would seek refuge from the king's castle. And then we evolved to modern times where, I mean, it still functions in kind of a similar way, albeit with much more like technological obfuscation, I'd say, or changing the terms and the way people think of it, but it's still like we give our power to the government, which has the monopoly on force, the big powerful guns, right? And you know, territories are conquered and minds are conquered, and the divine right to rule is stolen from people. But I believe in this time, the age of Aquarius, people are realizing that the divine right to rule the earth rests with us as creators made in the image of the divine. The divine lives within us, and we are expressing it through us. Now, when we connect with that benevolent source within, the guidance of our higher selves, of God, the universe, the divine, that is natural intelligence. You can see here in my heart these trees of nature. We are Groot, if you catch the reference. But our connection to the nature, to our true nature, that of service and care, loving kindness, benevolence, and ultimately freedom and responsibility, two sides of the same coin. And we are the issuers of that coin, of the values that we hold true, of the values of freedom, kindness, cooperation, the highest evolution for the greatest good of all beings, honoring the uniqueness within each one of us and serving its growth. We all have unique pathways, and it's a beautiful adventure to grow into the beings we're meant to be. So I'm prophesizing now that this age we're moving into is one in which the divine right to rule is claimed and exercised by we the people. We find a way to honor ourselves as the divine creators, as the responsible party, the conscious party, as I think it was Ziggy Marley said, or maybe it was Bob Marley. But this is us stepping into more of who we are here to become, integrating more of our selves, more of our awareness, more of our connection, the intimacy that we're growing into with the earth on a day-to-day basis. And there are social norms and trends which are in the opposite direction, making us less and less intimate with the earth and with the nature that I'm talking about. This is the nature, our true nature, our divine selves, which is reflected in the beauty of the natural world. And we have to stand at this time and say no to these backwards trends that are counter-evolutionary, these things which remove us from our intimate connection with the nature, with our true selves, with the beautiful natural world, with the plants and animals, with the spirits, and instead say yes to a conversation that's daily finding this place within us and acknowledging and asking for guidance as king, asking. This is the process. And this is the ancient tradition also in some places, like in Ireland, where I was a few months ago. There were the ancient kings and queens were in ritual ceremony selected by the land itself as the best people to serve that land and to honor and acknowledge and encourage the evolution of all the beings and elements that make up that land. And we are part of the earth. We are all one, and we are all, and asking the question of how do I serve, the servant king is asking that question, and I am asking that now. And the feeling within me is a response, a calling within me to find direction, to find organization. You know, I like to think of God as an acronym, which is good, orderly direction. I heard that from a friend, Jojo, several years ago, and it's really stuck with me. And finding this direction, getting organized towards a peaceful revolution. You know, the last time, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, the last time that Pluto moved into Aquarius was during the revolutionary period in France and America, the 1700s. And until 2043, I believe, we'll have Pluto in Aquarius. And this energy is all about community. It's all about shared leadership. It's all about technological evolution. And I'm excited for us to make the best of the technology that we have, to come up with brilliant solutions and inventions to move forward into a world that really acknowledges and honors each of us and all the voices, all the beings, and finds a way to coexist. Calling in a redesign and a redivine, of the mind. It's the time that we reconnect and select ourselves. We are the elect, and beautiful reflections of one another, growing into all that we are. Stars on the earth, stardust and rustic. I don't know, I'm just flowing with the delicious language. But this creative expression comes through me in words and visions and dreams and It comes through all of us. And I just finished reading this book, a collection of the writings of Neville Goddard. And the theme is that the divine is our imagination. So the inspirations that come through you, the visions and dreams, your desires, they are divinely inspired, every one of them. There's a reason in the divine plan that we have the ideas that we have. And